Hello. I was hoping to catch it before it dropped to the next beat, but no, that didn't happen. So we are starting. We are live. We are on point, and of course, we're just still getting started. So I forgot. I had a little bit of time to start, and I forgot the music. So let me get some music going, and we will be right there. Yeah. Where is it that I put that stuff? I should know by now where it is. What is this accent? So, let's see. Da-da-da. Open in new tab. And playlist. Alright. Welcome to the Atomic Gift Shop stream. Well, there's not much to see here, but we are going to be doing some stuff IRL today. And maybe some digital stuff. We'll see. Um, what we have up on deck is a sampling of the products from the shop, but also a couple of things that I need to take care of. I need to. This is a vinyl decal. It's like this one, but they wanted it in white, so I need to. I cut it out. I just need to transfer it and do the stuff I need to do for that. And I need to take the supports off of this UFO model kit and then cure it. Run it through the curing station and then box it up and ship it. So those are the first two things on my list to do today because I like to get these things shipped out as quickly as possible, and that means I have to get them to the post office by 2 o'clock if I want them to go out today. They don't have to go out till the 11th, but you know, I want them to go out today. Beyond that, I don't know. Like I say, I got some stuff for show and tell. And I got a sketch pad near me, so I could do some sketching. I do have a Camp Chaos thing I need to prep for, and probably some more channel graphics and emotes to make. And also a 3D printer with a very, very clogged head. To the point where it's like the plastic is up around the print head. So that's going to take some work to desituation. So hopefully, I don't know if that will be on stream or not. But, you know, if there's interest in that, anybody want to see frustration in action? That's what could happen. Okay, just double checking my stream. All right, let's get busy. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I did not bring the tool in that I used for this usually, so I'm just gonna hopefully be able to use this. Use whatever I have on hand to pick at things. This is a really easy design to peel, so that helps. I thought I grabbed my X-Acto knife too. Did I not? Guess I did not. What a bummer. Bummer. I do not like the way that screwdriver works for this, so I will try this. Yep, got all the features there. Nothing came up with the hole, or with the original, but whatever. I have these transfer sheets that I will use. If it's a white, this vinyl comes on a blue backing, and I like to keep that blue backing, so I will reuse what it came with. If it's something else, I will just use whatever. This is a piece of transfer film that I cut out. I will just use whatever. That's such eloquent speech. I just realized, I have not finished weeding this. This process is called weeding, where you remove the stuff that you don't want. Those don't look like they will work. Yeah, I thought I had everything ready so I wouldn't have to leave the desk But you know what? I think I need something. So I will be right back. Now this, my friends, is my favorite weeding tool. It came in a pack of dental equipment, or dental devices I got on Amazon. However, I only use this one. I just have a hard time, for some reason, buying the name brand things for this. It's like I got a Cricut. I don't necessarily need to have Cricut branded tools, especially when they charge more. But this is very sharp. And that's okay. I eventually got a different vinyl cutter as well, so I don't actually use the Cricut. I still have it, because it's good to have a backup machine, I think. And it can do some things that my newer one can't. However, my newer one is a Silhouette Cameo 4, and that lets me print vinyl straight off the roll. I don't have to put it on a cutting mat first, which is a huge time saver for the kind of stuff that I do for the vinyl cuts. As far as the latest Cricut, I believe, also can do that, but you know, it recommends their specific premium vinyl or whatever, so I don't think it probably doesn't make much of a difference. But if they did formulate it specifically to work with their own material, I'd, you know, rather not be locked into that. Just like I don't like being locked into their software. I mean, the Silhouette software has its own issues too, because some of the features that I would think would be standard and basic aren't in the free version. So I actually paid like $25 or $50 to get the studio version, or the next level up, you know, just so I could have, like, you know, rulers and the ability to open SVG files, and just, you know, just felt like a little nickel and diming. But at least they aren't trying to get me to buy something from their website every time I go to use the machine. Remember, I said I was going to put it back on the blue. We'll set it on this temporarily. And I'm going to put this one out too, because I want to spread them out. So let's peel up this one as well. It's a little crooked, but it's completely covered, so that's fine. This is the removable vinyl, so the adhesive isn't quite as strong as the what I call the semi-permanent. It's the 651. This is the 631. It peels up a little easier, so I didn't have to work as hard to put it down on the material. I'm just gonna do that. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that'll work. I like to peel it up and put it back down in a different orientation. That way I know that the vinyl is sticking to the transfer film, and hopefully it'll be easier to remove later. And you won't have an instance where you're peeling up the paper because the cut lines are right on the design. That's my theory anyway. And you can sometimes use this paper for other things. Although, you know, if you do enough of this stuff, you have enough of that laying around where you don't need to save every scrap. See, I don't want these to intersect. There we go. I should have my big scissors for this, or at least a blade. And I'll put this in my cup holder here and forget that it's there and freak out because I can't find it. Okay, I won't really freak out, but You know how that goes. This is a little janky. There we go. Like I said, should have used the bigger scissors, but I didn't feel like getting up again. I tried to get everything together so I wouldn't have to. And hello everyone who's joining us now. I'm just getting this design that was cut out ready to go and ship out. Oh, it already has the number on it, so I don't need to put a number on it. I like to number things so I know what vinyl it was made out of. The 631, I put a 3 on the back of it. If it's a 651, I put a 5 on the back of it. Pro tips. Bug Boy was a bad boy. How are ya? Good to see you in. So I need to grab my instruction sheet, envelope, and pack-in card. And I need to find the information about the customer. I'll buy the shipping labels and stuff later, but, you know. Just doing I have a couple of things I need to prepare for shipping. Well, one thing this thing here I need to finish processing. Then I can package it up. So, let's see. Ooh. I'm gonna get a different one of these because this one is a ripped one. I'll be right back. Where did my chat history go? It's behind Windows. No. Get down, dog. All right, back. And let's just in case you didn't hear me when I said hello. No, Stacy's not the one that gets the good thing I walked away, because I might have written the wrong person's name on this. Now this goes to Ashley. Fix. I like to have a personal touch when I can. I'm just gonna write the order number on it, although it's probably not necessary. I'll just say it's taking a while because of streamer brain. Ooh, there's my excuse. Alright. There's my note. Put the decal in there. Put the packing card in there. That goes in the extra fancy envelope. Fits nicely. Peel that off. Close it up. And now it's ready for the shipping label. Since I only have one decal I'm sending out so far, I don't need to differentiate that. I don't need to write who it is going to. Okay. So now, next up we are going to take care of this guy. Get this guy ready for for its thing. And again, I thought I grabbed my... Ah, I did. It was hiding behind my soda can. I would have used that for the other part. Anyway. I have the supports done up fairly well on these. Most of the stuff will just snap off easily. I say that and then I struggle for every single one. But like, let me put this over here. Ooh, the little antenna guy. Of course, I usually have, or I sometimes use little nippers, little diagonal cutters, flush cutters. I don't know, whatever. They aren't pliers. Ooh, this is a fail. Been having some issues with my printer lately, and it seems, I don't know why. It's like it's clearly curing there, but it's not curing here. So I'm gonna have to find a spare part for that. I have some spares. I may have one at my desk here. Ooh, that's iffy. As is that. Let's see. I don't know if it's just the temperature has changed and made things not print quite the same, or what, but you can see on these I have that little ledge there, whereas on these it's a bit, there's extra stuff where it's deformed. I mean, this one I think is okay, but this one I think is, yeah, missing something maybe. No, I think it's just the supports got stuck to it. Like, the supports came loose and then they just floated and they got deposited onto it. So I think I'll be able to just trim that up and it should work fine. As long as I don't have this extra gunk on it. So that should be fine. It's just, this piece here is definitely, I'm gonna have to find a replacement. And I think I saw one when I was moving things around earlier. How are your days going? How are things? Nope, nope, nope. I'm just gonna have to go searching elsewhere for that, I think. Unless it's in here. What magical mysteries do I have in here? Not what I need. I do have a baggie of tiny chairs. These are available on my store if anybody needs some really tiny N-scale type chairs. 1/150, 150 scale, I think. Something like that. A friend of mine sort of commissioned them for me because he was building an orchestra in a Altoids tin. And I did have at least one or two other people buy them off of me. One guy specifically, I remember, said he used them for a diorama of like Godzilla tearing through a building or something. So, yeah. Anyway, I will not bore you with that. So, continuing the removal from the support material. this one here is a challenge. I may need to rework this piece again to make it easier to disassemble. I would just crack that in half to make our lives easier. Break it down into more manageable chunks. I did rework this once so that there aren't as many supports touching the face, and that helped a lot, but it's still difficult to remove the part from the ring that is there to kind of keep its shape when it's being built. Because I discovered that it's hard to actually print nice circles, at least vertically. And since I wanted to fit everything onto one build plate, and my build plates are small, this was my solution. And it works pretty good, except that, like down here, sometimes this can get a little... doesn't always want to break free here, and this thing can break into chunks. Or it can take a chunk out. So maybe if I just score this bottom ring, because this is actually where the biggest problem is, down on the bottom, maybe that'll... See, I wasn't actually intending to separate it there, but it's separating, so... Yeah, that's reasonable. There's a little bit of material there, but it's, you know, no worse than the flashing you would get in a injected model kit that's using older molds, I think. So almost done. So again, I need to get well, say almost done. I still need to get these off. Here's the little alien guy. This is like my first digital sculpt. Well, not really. Well, it was in that it's like a completed piece. Like prior to that, the only other like thing that I sculpted and printed was a so weird lamb head thing. It was a humanoid head with certain lamb-like features. Or at least that's the way I interpreted it after I had made it. So I like doing this stage before the final curing because there's more pliability in the resin. It's, you know, it's in the final shape, but it's softer still. Of course, you can put it in hot water to soften it up, I guess. Alright, there's that. Now I just have the top and the bottom shell. I think I've mentioned it in earlier streams that I was going to be that I'm reworking this, gonna be reworking this kit a little bit. I just cut myself. I didn't cut myself, but I hit myself with a blade because I was pulling towards me with something that had resistance. So not smart, not smart. Fortunately, it didn't hit strongly enough to cause an issue. But anyway, I do have a few things I want to update on this model to make it fit a little better, and also give it a little more play value. We'll say play value, but you know, I have all the internal parts in this, but you don't actually see them if you glue the top together, the top and the bottom. So I'm gonna try to do a hatch thing. At least that's the plan. You know how plans go. I prefer to score around these before I separate them. Usually I just take off this entire bottom piece and then address separating it from the dish. But since I've already removed one accidentally, I may as well score this one on in situ in hopes helps to separate it more easily. So that's pretty clean. Just have like this little bit here. Nothing that a little tiny bit of sanding won't take care of. Let's see how they fit together. This was one of the comments when Lou Del Maso, Aztec Dummy, was building this kit. Was he felt like these didn't fit well, and it was because of the resin. And I had somebody else who ordered a kit, and it arrived with some broken pieces, so I didn't pack it as well as maybe I could have, but he decided to return his order, so he didn't feel like the pieces fit well, so I want to make them fit more, have a more positive fit feel, so that's one of the other things I want to update. So that is all the parts that I have off that tree. Now I'm going to put them on the platform for curing. We'll see how this goes. I made this little doohickey here for letting me cure more layers, and it kind of works. But I should redo it. There's some problems with it. I should probably just design something and 3D print it. But let's see. We'll put this guy hanging on here. All right. This is we'll just take a little bit of time to knock down some of these extra bits that shouldn't be there. The motor piece, as seen on the Andy Mecha Show. Powering sea turtles since 2023. Alright, this is the question mark one. If I don't like the way this fits, I can simply replace it with another part I have on hand. Okay, let's roll that out. What's this? Oh, the antenna. It's easy to miss. Easy to lose, too. I actually sent a model kit out the other day where I had to have had to send a spare antenna with it because I misplaced the one that that was on the 3D printer for that particular kit. It just disappeared on me. All right, I'm gonna go over a little bit to put this on the curing station. I'm gonna do some stuff in the meantime. I'm missing my Twitch. Alright, let's go. Stream manager, is that what I want? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna run an ad break and I'll be right back. guess I'm back. Seeing if the ads are still running. Yep, they should be done. So, okay, as you can see, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it came out as. So, I had a spare ready to go, and I have it in the same color actually. So that's handy. I'm just gonna knock out some of this because that's a little tight sometimes. I suppose I could work on a larger version. Maybe incorporate some of the old ideas that I had. Nah. Maybe I'll design some more robots. People seem to like robots. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So I'm just waiting for the printer thingy to finish doing its thing. This is Alf. He's a little figure I made. I sculpted in 3D digitally. Sculpted in what was it called? 3D coat. Huh. Just looking at his eyes. And then painted, and I used an airbrush and a brush. So these are available unpainted, as are these guys. These are my VR playing gnome. It took a while to create. This is the latest new kit, or like a complete kit. This is the Vic B3. Never did make the Vic B2. This is Dino Boy. It's kind of it was for Morrigan's monster creation, a sculpt for that. And it's kind of going for a Godzilla thing, but then it kind of went with like a crocodile-y type head and weird horns and stuff. So I don't know what it is, just some kind of Dino Boy thing. And of course, the Lil Saucer himself. This one is actually for sale, ready to go. If anybody wants to have a pre-built one, it's already painted and all that. That one is actually available. And this here is my Bub 4 robot model kit. A little surprise for a head on the inside. That one's not painted. Pretty posable. There's wire running down through his limbs to let him be a little more posable. This is a little loose, but I can probably fix that. Because you can actually, well, unless you glue it together, you can actually take it apart. I may want to redesign how that whole mechanism works at some point. So, like each one of my models kits I have, well, an idea of how to improve it. This guy not quite so much because he is pretty darn new. And this guy also pretty darn new. But this is a revision of a smaller one I have called the Vic B1. This is the Vic B1 150 because it's 150%. It's the scale of the other one. The dome is taller, it's clearer. There's different details on the inside of the dome, and I made the arms have an extra segment so they could be longer if you want them to be. And it's not on this particular prototype, but there's a different way to attach the arms, so they will hopefully be less prone to snapping if they fall over. They'll be more like they'll have a wire in like this, only fewer segments. So yeah, that's the little tour of my little model shop. I also have some stickers. This is based on the Gemini spacewalks. The first spacewalk by Americans. This is just a cute cursed little guy. That one I produced in-house. These other two were produced by Sticker Mule, as was this one. I can also make some coasters. So if you have a photo or a piece of art that you will want on a coaster, we can do that for you too. And we have a couple of these like flexible ones as well. I can get more of these if there's market, but I'll wait to see if there's a market for it. So this is a neoprene. It's a considered a car coaster. You can see I can stretch it. The color is fused into the material. It's not cracking. I can scratch the stuff up and it doesn't scratch because okay, it does if I use an X-Acto, but if I just use like the back of it, it's pretty resilient. If I scratch through the surface, you might get it, but even then, it's like I scratched it with a point, and it's like, let me just rub it out a little bit. So it's like you can see when the light goes over it that I did press down there, but the color didn't scratch off, so it's actually embedded in the surface. So you just don't go through that surface. So, and yeah, okay. My print has cured, so I'm gonna go get that now. And we'll come back and we'll box up that. And I want to do a test print, or a test fit. So let's see. There we go. Let's see how these things fit together and make adjustments if necessary. This part should fit into there, and it does. Let's see, where's the notch? There's the notch. The notch is there. The notch goes towards the front. So this is that part where I tried to remove a little bit of material to get it to fit better. I still have some more to go. Okay. I think I have adjusted that on the model in the revised version. Maybe I'll work on that some today. We'll see. Here I'm cutting towards myself again, but I'm not cutting through this part, so I'm not going to be applying that much pressure. I'm just trying to nibble away at the edge. Well, so much for that. I'm gonna get another one. I'll be right back. Okay then. Well, this time I'm going to attack it with a different tool. I'm going to try filing it away. Let's see. That's towards the front. And that one just seems to fit into place, so maybe we won't need to do much after all. Still, I'll give it a couple of scratchy scratches, just so I can feel like I've done something. Okay. This is a different batch, so it was a different resin. So let's test this all fitting together. Yeah, nice and snug. Yeah, there you go. One thing you have to be careful with this model is when you have this guy in here, you might want to flip it over and look at something, and if you're not holding him, he could fall out, and if he falls out, he could land on his head and break his little neck. So yeah, you do have to be careful with that. If you look at the, if you look closely at the photos of it I have on my shop, you can see yes, his neck is a little thicker because it had to be glued. This is fitting nice and tight. And you can see there's a little bit of unevenness there, but that I am leaving for the modeler to sand off. Because don't need to do everything for everybody. This is a kit, it's not a finished product. That's my justification anyway. Let's... Okay. Just making sure everything fits together, which it does. Don't want to lose the little antenna. Let's take that off. Does this fit in here? Yes, yes it does. That is down as far as it goes. And this needs to be able to fit in. This is a part that I could probably work on the fitment a bit better, a bit more, but just gotta make sure it lines up with the holes. Anyway, this is the other part I wanted to test because I know a couple of these had some issues, so. Ooh, yeah. I don't have these in the right place. This needs to go like that. These little bottom tabs need to line up with those other little tabs. You might be wondering what these are for. These are there to provide a place for this to land in nicely. This is the... I know you don't see these when the model is put together, so like I've suggested, you can actually use these as spare parts for something else, or make it put it together so you can remove the top. That's a possibility too. I used to have, at one point I have a mechanism designed to be able to lower the feet by twisting the knob, but that did not work so well in reality, and I needed to get this completed, so that fits in. That fits in. So you can choose which one you want to use, the antenna or the fender scoop thingy. People like the, I think people prefer this, but they have the option. Okay, now I just want to double check this, and we will pack things up. What is going on with this? 'Cause there's a slot, there's a hole. Are these just not going in? Are these not sticking? Hey, this part gets glued anyway, so that doesn't really matter too much. But yep, that's what it is, I guess. I might be able to trim off a little bit. Let's again, commercial kits are not always perfect and need some persuading, so I'm not going to spend too much time trying to persuade this. But I will recognize it as an area that can be improved in the next version. Because I have had them where they would just snap into place and stay, so not sure. Alright, let's bundle things up and put them away. Get my little model sheet out here. So I have a top and a bottom, check, check. I have 4 motor parts, times 4. Got the upper ring, got the bottom panel, antenna. Get back up on the table there, buddy. And scoop, or whatever it's called. And the alien guy. And yeah, there's that other piece that didn't come out quite right in the print. Okay, so let's see. I usually put the tiny piece in, the tiny and delicate pieces in the dome for safe shipping. Hopefully that works. As long as they don't get jostled too much, I guess. Then the rest can go in this bag, except for the top and the bottom piece. And where is that box? I had a box. I had a box here. Where did it go? have a box here, but it's got schmutz on it, so I don't want to use that one. I'll be right back again. Alright, I have returned, and I have the box that I was thinking about. Put the bottom piece in, put the parts in the middle, put the top piece in, sometimes up, sometimes down. I have the instructions on the actual packaging sheet. I do need to process that. Basically, I need to cut a couple of holes, or a couple of cuts, and then fold it. I'm gonna start by folding it this way. And this way is, I usually do it more like this. I'm usually doing it at a desk that has a little more space. Now that I have those two folded, I can make these cuts. I just want to cut here to here. Here to here. I don't know where this rule came from, but I like it. It has both metric and imperial. It's steel. Let's see. It says it's stainless steel, but it is magnetic, so I don't know how true that is. Or rather, it's ferrous, so it can hold it on with a magnet. I'm just gonna go a little extra slow this time, because I don't like how that last one felt. In fact, I'm gonna do it in 2 passes. I'm not actually on a cutting surface, cutting mat, so. There we go. We'll say that's done. Oh, yes. These here can just get folded like that. This gets folded around here. This is maybe a bit more... This takes a little longer than it maybe should. I should probably simplify this somehow. But I do like having artwork on all the sides, so that's kind of nice. The bottom piece, of course, is just part of the instructions, so it's not part of the packaging per se. So that's how that goes. Now I can put this into a heat shrink bag, and then I can heat shrink it and bring it all together. We'll leave it at this stage, I think. Set that aside for now. And hello, lurkers. Good to see you here. Not that I can see you. But anyway. It is time to hydrate. It's not great hydration, mind you. It's caffeinated and very high in sugar. But it is tasty. Alright. Is it time? What time is it? 11:30! That took an hour to get through that stuff. I'm not paying myself enough for this job. That's like $1 an hour. Yeah, anyway. Let's see. As you can see, the sketchbook is out. Does this mean we're going to be drawing some? I think so. What are we drawing? I don't know. I do have one thing I want to print from here. Which, you know, you won't see. I just want to print the packing slip. Okay, does anybody have any requests for things to draw? Here we have a pit of despair. I could do some more painting, I guess, but I put the paint stuff away because I didn't want to do more painting stuff. Hey, I have a marker. I didn't realize I had that with me. I like this guy. I'm gonna put him there so he shows up on video. Alright. Welcome to the variety part of the show. I have a habit of just kind of like drawing a face. Starting drawings without actually having a clear direction on what they are gonna be. And I think I will continue that today. Now, I usually don't draw stuff even that big. Well, we'll see. It depends. I have a variety of things. hey, I have a ruler right here with me. The thing I don't like about this ruler is that it is hard to see the little tick marks sometimes due to the way the light hits it. Go with 7. Come here, dog. Hey, dog, come here. Come here. You want up? Don't know if you do or not. That's your up now. You can jump down if you want. So, sunny days. 4.5. We'll go 4.5. I really rarely use rulers. Where's this edge? Is this a perforated edge? No, it's not perforated. Okay. So we'll go from the outside of the holes. I was not that far off with my eyeballing it. I mean, 2 or 3 millimeters. So here we go. There's a frame, or a square, or a rectangle. Not sure. Still have no idea what I'm drawing. Still have no idea what the theme or genre. How about something that could possibly become a sticker? Or channel graphics. And for one of the things I want to do is have a dance emote. One of these robot guys. But that's probably not right now. All right. Getting a little cramped inside this box, don't you think? Why is my head so freakishly large? Erase, 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 erase. How about if we get to 10 viewers or more, I do a giveaway. You can win a sticker. Where is that Nightbot thing anyway? Alright, I was unhappy with that. Because I had nothing in mind. So what if we have two characters doing something? Or one character who's just the boss? One character who's looking off to the distance because we don't know why. Where's my photo reference? Why feeling out like this, not knowing it thing? Speaking words that are nonsense. Get rid of that. Number of clips? What? 2 clips? I know I did 1. Well, I'm just gonna be quiet and chill then. If you're not getting any requests. You're welcome to lurk. So typically, for composition's sake, you'd have somebody facing into the frame. But I want to do something different. Which also kind of makes me want to put something behind him too. For him to be having his back too. Maybe down here somewhere. And this is more of a drawing, not a sticker. I don't know what any of this is. I mean, it could be a vehicle that he's just walking away from. Could be a person in a vehicle he's walking away from. Beep, beep. Just getting a text. Group text thing. Don't you walk away from me, John James Jacob. Whatever your name is. I don't know. Somehow it became a fighter jet. Because I'm an aviation nerd. Not really. And look at this. It's surely stretched because of the angle I was drawing it at. Do I want to go forward with this drawing, or do I want to start over again with something new, something different, something bold, something blue? Something borrowed? You're not the boss of me. Or maybe you are. And I just got fired. Yes, I'm just rambling now. Suppose I could start doing some gaming. I think I want to do I do want to do something that can be stickerable, even if I don't make it into a sticker. I haven't figured out how I like drawing Bigfoot yet. Not that that has anything to do with this. Although, it is like part of the cryptid-esque theme of the shop, somewhat. What I should do is I should draw interiors of the shop so I can use them for my backdrops. That's not what I want to do right now. What about Bunny Grump riding Alf? And Alf is not happy about it. He's like, "Get off me, old man." This is just weird. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing. Let's make this down around to the chin more. Like, kind of like he lassoed him. Not quite sure what's going on with that. Disproportionate. Head. Incongruous nose. I think his head could be a little bigger. What the heck is going on with this? This makes no sense. Senseless and senseless, I say. I do need to practice my Camp Chaos material. At some point. that's close to what I wanted, but not exactly. Let's see. His skull was here. His jaw would be down here. It's like the uncanniness of having a semi-realistic face in a cutesy thing. Although I don't think I'm gonna quite pull it off with this. Well, this should be an amusing image, I think. Alright, let's go. Make that a little bigger. Make that a little floppier. Bring this around. Let's darken some line. Let's just try to get in. Some expression down. We'll probably end, maybe end in 10 minutes. Maybe we'll end in a half hour. I don't know. We'll see. If it depends how lively things get. If they go on like they have been, I'll probably just raid out in a bit. Question is, do I want to wait till Andy gets on, or do I want to raid out? Oh no, if I can raid out to Gray Shell, because I think that might be a Discord thing. Let's get those individual teeth in there. So make it really uncomfortable for everybody to look at. Probably drawing a little too heavy with this pencil. Oh well. Let's make this a rope. Do. He's like, dude, get off my back. That's so rude. Or maybe they're just arguing over something. I want to get the sense that it's twisted there, but I don't know that I'm pulling that off. Maybe if this was more folded over like that instead of the other way. This is actually not usually what I would draw. So this is kind of a departure in a way. I mean, I've drawn these elements before, sort of. Never drawn them together. And I don't usually draw this type of, I don't know. Let me say, hey, this is an experiment. I really want to make it look like he's, shiny, slimy. I'm still just kind of getting a feel for the drawing. There's no nose on this slug guy. Well, if somebody other than me did make a clip, thank you. I appreciate the engagement. As long as you didn't clip it to destroy me. I don't think I've said anything that could get me destroyed, but, you know. I was just talking to the people who possibly clipped something of me earlier in the stream. I am drawing a kind of a mismatch of this guy and this guy, or a mashup, because I couldn't think of anything else to draw. And I'm not sure. He's got that. Maybe that needs to come out a little more like that. Maybe I need to make it look like the rope is cutting into him a little. It's like, hey, stop pulling so hard, you know? Hey, it's my jam. Alright, question is, now, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to ink it? Do I want to ink it then delete? Or do I just want to shade it in pencil? I feel like his eyes are too low. That's a little better, I think. Might be too low again, but it's the better face. How's the trials, the tribulations of an artist? Oh, muse, where are you? Okay, I'm not really praying to muses. I was just being dramatic. I was being faux dramatic. Not really dramatic at all. Let's have both ears tilted forward. This guy has... Yeah. I think the pink is kind of important. So I will probably bring this into color in the computer. Question is, do I want to do the inking before then? And will I just kind of redo everything on the computer? That's a good question. But let's pull out my Micron 1. It's actually thinner than I would like. Let me try this. The brush tip of this doesn't work as well as it used to. That might be good. Maybe it'll be a mix. Let me move my camera around a bit. And I will lean into this a bit more. Where did that pencil go? It's not like I don't have a bunch around me. I think I wanted to change that face again. Just can't. I still kind of. I don't. Alright. We'll leave that for now. Hello, Chair Bear. How are you? It's good seeing you. Thank you for stopping in. I did some preparation of some stuff that I need to get shipped out today. A model kit and a decal. And now I'm just doing a silly drawing. Yep, a bit of drawing. Not exactly my style, or my style is still developing, I don't know. How's your weekend going? Might need to remove some of that digitally. How is my favorite chair-themed artist? I'm not planning on making this into a model. That thought had not even occurred to me. But, you know, it is based off of this guy, and he's a model, so... and this guy, who isn't, so I don't know. Okay, that forehead seems to need to be further forward for some... I was just doing something that I thought I could possibly turn into a sticker. Yeah, it's a little cursed. Yeah, I'll just put him there for everyone to enjoy the creepy cursedness. Oops. Want that to be more vertical than that. There's no undo. I remember when there was no undo. I remember when there was only one undo. You have to have individual teeth if you really want it to be creepy. It's just part of the territory, you know? I think I will black in that area there. Alright. I want to go with a more detailed pen for the face. We will hope we don't screw it up. I've been struggling with this face for some reason. Ooh, it'd be kind of funny if he had like if that was his hair sticking down below the onesie. Okay, I think I will take a picture of this before I mess with it some more. Okay, I'll call that a safety. I think I'll do some pen hatching. Let's see. Pen hatching is not a word, a term. Hatching is Does that read as his tongue? I guess it does. It's gonna add a lot of little details. A lot of little wrinkles and stuff. Of course, you know, I'm just doing this so all the cool monster streamers think I'm cool too. I want to have these actual drawn in like that. Lurking for dinner, pizza time. I appreciate that. Pizza does sound good. Haven't had any in a little while. Unless you count Hot Pockets that are pizza flavored. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll probably raid out to Andy. Or maybe someone else. But what is the name of this song? It stands out a lot. Dark skies and other disasters. Okay. that or not? Cool, perfect, she says. I have to get in better habit of reading chat, I think. How about before I continue with the highly detailed inking, I try to remove the pencil marks. So many pencil marks. And there's some stuff I will want to clean up, like this in Photoshop or whatever. I don't know how the small detail stuff will come out if I do decide to do a sticker. Because, you know, too much detail could just be busy and make things kind of muddy and unclear because there's just too much going on. And of course, in the original, the onesie is very simple. This mechanical pencil has an eraser in the end that you push to eject the lead. So I was extending the lead while erasing. That big thick outline makes it kind of flat. That's okay. I just think I need to vary it some more in some other places. Of course, inking is not my specialty. I don't know what my specialty is. But I am not an accomplished comic book artist. Or even an aspiring comic book artist. But if I bring more weight on this side, I think it'll draw the eye over there a little more. Not sure if that's a good idea or not. Would you like to make a short story maybe and draw it? I don't know. I don't do much with a story, but I do one of those things. Adding more story into a drawing is something that I've thought about over the years. Let's see. This is marker's kind of dry. Yeah. Would you like to make a short story maybe and draw it? Like illustrate it like a multiple pages, panels. Not so much. Let's add this little bit of bulk to this guy. I mean, just doing this is helpful in that it's like I haven't done this very often lately. And the fact that it is kind of more of a interaction between a couple characters is something that I had aspired to at times. But I don't draw a whole lot. I mean, I should say that I draw a whole lot. It's usually a bunch of small doodles. And not anything that's like, oh, here's a picture people should look at. But, you know, that's just where I am. That's fine. I wonder if those should be, like, spots or something. Coloring differences rather than shape. I like that texture though. This part here got a little out of hand. Probably clean up that area along with that area. But for now, that's cool. Continues tonight, going in 30 minutes. See you soon at 11:48. So, yeah, Andy should be on pretty soon. I'll go at least till then. I am participating in the Camp Chaos this year. Of course, it's only the second year it's been happening. Hey, Nightbot, where are you? What is that command? A camp session is the thing. It'll be too late for you, I think. But there is the information on it. I think it'll be more of a, here are some fundamental skills that you can use to scratch build things rather than a build along, but we'll see. Kind of want to make these little, I kind of remember slugs having a section like this. It's a little more stretched out pieces. I feel like there may need to be more shading on the side. Going off the rails here. Adding something that wasn't in the sketch. Just the rest of that rope. Hey, I think this is... I'm pleased enough with this for now. It demonstrates that I have some level of skill. I think tonally it could be a little better as far as shading and whatnot. Of course, I can do more digitally if I want to. The lip looks a little funky. I should probably stop looking so closely at it. What does it look like from a distance? That's the thing. Oh, wow. I just touched my monitor, forgetting that it was not a touchscreen. Looks like we are going to Andy's house. Get ready to say hello to Andy if you're still around. So, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the lurks. I appreciate you hanging out with me. We'll see ya.